Welcome to the Dad Livin podcast. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement. Hosted by four best friends who are dads first and storytellers second. We dive into the real, messy, hilarious side of fatherhood. From diaper disasters to teenage drama, work-life balance to building a legacy, we keep it real, fun, and meaningful. Whether you're a rookie dad or a pro, this is your weekly reminder you're not alone. Grab a drink, kick back, and join the conversation.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Dad Livin.
Welcome, everybody.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, fantastic.
Good to be back.
Good
Good to be back.
Great,
right?
grand, wonderful.
Yeah, right?
Heck yeah, brother.
We're in fall weather now.
Love it. Yeah, baby. Sweater weather.
Johnny had a couple bowls of chili before. I had white chicken chili too tonight.
Yeah.
I know it's not chili, it's a different classification, but
Are you
We're not
guys
there
like
yet.
most sane people and you can't have chili or hot soup in the summer? Like
That's
whenever,
how my wife is, but me, I'll eat it whenever.
Yes.
I don't care.
whenever I see
Yeah.
somebody eating soup and it's 90 degrees, I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm
Weird.
exact same. Yeah,
I don't
it's got to
care.
be cold.
I like hearty meals, so, I'll eat, but I don't ever
I'm
make
right
it
there
because my
with
wife doesn't like it. So
shout out to Barb. Like, I don't know, it was like maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago. She had a soup party. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
It was
Red
like
bowls,
100
It's like
degrees out.
I've never
90
done
plus
like a-
degrees, but it felt fantastic.
Didn't even
chili
have
dog?
to heat it up on the stove. You just put it outside.
outside.
It was little beef and or broccoli cheddar, a little mix. That was good. It was good.
hell yeah.
And we're talking about soups now.
Yeah.
Top
Everyone
5
here.
soups.
We're good for a
Hello.
tangent. Yeah, we are good for a
This
tangent.
episode is all about soups.
This is the
no,
delicious
no.
dish now.
Delicious dish. No, welcome everybody. Welcome to Dad Livin. Today we are going to be talking about Dad Livin in our girl era, right?
Girl dads.
Girl dads. We're
Shake it
all
off.
girl dads. Yeah, shake it off. Any other Taylor Swift pun besides
Yeah,
the Wood
you
song?
got to keep the Taylor Swift, like, I'm not familiar, so let's keep those references.
You know, shake it off though.
yeah, I
right?
suppose, but I didn't put two and two together. I'm not going to lie.
Pretty sure you shook it off at the 40th birthday party.
Yeah, maybe a
You
little bit,
did.
but
I mean-
after a few of those jungle juices,
You shake anything off at that point, right?
it's a good time.
Fantastic.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're going to be talking everything girl dad related. So, we all have boys, we all have girls. So I think it's fair enough for us to be able to talk through some of these things. Maybe you're expecting a baby girl, which is what I had first. And I mean, it was amazing. Same thing with Dwight. I mean, you had the twins, you had both
I
there.
had both at the same time. so.
You let off with the boys. So yeah, no, we're going to take our point of view and talk about some really cool things today, just about the awesome joys of being a girl dad. So
I think a lot of guys get nervous when they find out they're having a girl and they don't know how to treat it or handle it or what to expect, so
yeah,
I think it's
But-
just natural instinct too.
Yeah.
Being a guy, it's easy to
Yeah,
do guy
You
things,
know what to
right?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a girl's just something different, something special, and I don't know. You figure it out along the way, but
yeah, it's definitely special once you get into it. I
Yeah.
mean, you always want to. I was joking around with my dad when I was going through that initial stage, and he's like, "You always want to have a buddy to piss in the weeds with," but right?
It's very Nick-like.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably about 12 beers deep at that
No.
point. Like he is going to be listening to this episode, but yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, it's so much fun. I mean, it's such a blessing, and I think we're all in probably the same boat of like, oh my God, so we got a girl. What do we do? Like, we're you don't realize how much you're going to be attached to them, how much you're going to love them. Love my son just like equally, but it's a different love.
definitely
At the end of the day.
different. Yeah.
Very.
And, Johnny, you said something last time about sports and boys and just our interactions. It's just different, So, I think I got the idea to talk about more of the girl dad stuff because there's a lot of guys out there that are, I don't want to say scared to death. They just the unknown.
Yeah.
So going into it. So yeah, no, we're going to get into that
I
today.
think we're all still trying to figure out our wives and trying to figure out.
See, I feel
How
like I
they
got a
think and,
little bit different perspective than you guys because I had all those
Oh,
sisters,
yeah,
which I
sure.
can go into a little bit.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's a good
a
one.
little
That's
bit different. Not an expert by any stretch, but when you grow up with three sisters,
Yeah.
you figure some shit out.
Yeah.
You just do. Like, oh, Oh, that's how it works.
What's going on today at the Doyman
exactly.
household?
Yeah.
So, but no, I guess before we get into that, boys, what's been going on? What's happening?
Yeah, we just starting off all the fun fall activities. We went to the pumpkin patch at Eckert's last weekend and did apple picking, and went to Six Flags Fright Fest last night, and that was fun. So yeah, I'm ready for Halloween and bringing on the fall, man. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, very similar. That's what we've been doing. We did our trunk or treat.
Yeah.
It was a fun place. Kids had a good time. Yeah, we were gonna hit the pumpkin patch, but obviously got rained out this weekend. We had a ton of rain on Saturday, so it didn't happen. So we've got that rescheduled for this coming weekend. But trunk or treats and all that, and the house is decorated. You guys know me as Griswold. I go just as hard for Halloween, so we are ready to go.
Can we post your house?
We
on-
can.
on our. I mean, just absolutely insane. Like you take the Clark Griswold effect to Halloween,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
And that's what's fun right now too, is both Lincoln and Charlotte at their age of being 6, they are loving Halloween right now. They want to help decorate. They're all in.
Yeah.
They like to show their friends. So right now I'm creating my next generation of Griswolds, and it's going to be a good time. But we're really looking forward to Halloween this year for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what about you?
Winding down last week a night shift. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So 2 months of not being a zombie anymore. We're going.
Play some golf soon.
I know, right? All the things that I want to do but can't on nights. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're going camping this weekend,
Oh,
Bennett
yeah.
Springs State Park here in Missouri. So looking forward to that. And same thing, fall's my favorite time here in Missouri because we're fortunate enough to mostly get 4 seasons. But I just love the fall. You know, this morning when I got off work at 6 a.m., it was like 42 degrees. I'm like, ooh, this is awesome. It's perfect. It was awesome.
Nice and cool.
Yeah, it was great. So looking forward to the upcoming season, and we're really into Halloween too. So we'll be doing all the fun festivities and stuff. My kids are still dressing up. My daughter's 11. I'm just waiting for that to end, unfortunately. So, but she's still into it for now. So we're going to enjoy it while we can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm also going camping this weekend. Brody's first Cub Scout camp out. So that should
Ooh,
be,
nice.
should be fun.
That's
Just
the only reason why I wanted to do Cub Scouts, and
I never did.
we never stayed committed long
Yeah.
enough to go, which I hit on
Yeah.
the last episode.
I think this
so.
pack, that seems like how it is. Like, I know half the other dads in his grade. I'm like, you guys going on the camp out? And, like, I haven't seen him at any of the meetings yet. So,
Is it tent camping?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're not.
Oh, yeah.
We are not tent camping.
No?
So, oh no.
well, you got
No,
a cabin?
I'm getting my wife and kids with me. I ain't gonna sleep in a tent. No, I rented a camper.
Definitely not your wife.
Rented a camper that I'm having delivered. That's how much of
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Schmuck I am. So
Wow.
I pulled a camper once. It is not fun to
Yeah.
pull a camper unless you got a real big truck that's great with it, but it is not fun. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay the $200 and have them drop it off.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully
That's
it's a
a good
good
deal.
weekend for it, man. I just love this time of year. It's like hoodie weather,
Yeah.
fire pits,
yes, sir.
hockey starting,
Oh,
October
hockey.
baseball. Like, love it.
Yes.
all in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, right now I'm back acclimated to life with Kel and having fun, and we've had I mean, it seems like the weeks get crazier. You know how like you have that time where you think it can't get any harder, and then you get that back and you're like, oh my God. And then it gets it gets harder. There's just a lot of challenges right now. We're wrapping up soccer. We got hockey in full swing, so that's happening three times a week. I mean, there's just a lot of different things that are coming to head. And then we had our school picnic that was canceled in the spring due to rain, along with the Fall Fest that happened yesterday, which was nice because it was gorgeous. So yeah, it's been
Yeah,
it's
I
been
saw
fun.
your video of that Gus doing the old
The
salt
big
and pepper
loop-de-loop.
shaker, huh?
Can you
Oh, he did
believe
that?
I was
yeah.
like, no way.
You couldn't
He-
pay me to get in that. Huh?
I know, right? I was looking at this thing, and Gus decided. Now he was with my niece, or his cousin, I should say. I don't know why I said it like that, but his cousin, and she's a daredevil. She's like, yeah, sure, let's go. And Gus just got right in,
No way.
and I
He
was
didn't
just
know
like,
what he was committing.
he locked in, and he's just like waving, and I got a good video of it. And then all of a sudden, woo, 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 I mean, it went around like 30 times, like crazy amount.
Woof.
And yeah, no, he got out and was excited. He actually went from that to the G-force thing that spins around like crazy.
Oh yeah.
It was like, let's do
Around.
that.
Wow.
So I mean,
least-
it's cool.
At least he's not making you do it with him.
Right. And God bless my cousin from
I'm not
for his cousin being
I
in
get
town.
roped into all that because Brody loves all those rides. And last time we were at Six Flags, I had to I'm like, dude, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
I'm done. Like, you need to start bringing friends, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I got about
Oh.
3, maybe 4 roller coaster rides in me, and I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, nope, I'm gonna get nauseous.
That's why last night was perfect. We were there for like 4 hours and it's pretty busy. So like we only got like 5 rides, I
Yeah.
think. So yeah.
That's not bad.
That's good. See, I'm like one. I can do Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's about it. That's my adventure for
Disney rides don't count; those are too smooth. You got to get on the crappy Six Flags rides.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Last time I got on those was 16, and
Yeah.
no, thank you, no, thank you. But yeah. So let's kick it off with the dad of the week.
Super
Dad
Dad the week. All right, getting into it, baby.
Ooh.
All right.
I like it.
That was good.
This
That
week,
was not. That was not scripted.
yeah, Super Dad of the Week brought to you by Insert Your Business Here. This week, Doug found a video, pretty cool. Was this on TikTok? You saw it?
It was actually the Today Show.
Oh, okay.
But felt like it was good.
Well, it's this father and daughter duo. Kimmy and her dad is their TikTok channel, I guess. And they've gained a big following, and they're highlighting them on the Today Show. So Kimmy's dad, Nicholas, they're from Guatemala, and they migrated over here at some point, but she's 9, I think
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah.
And Nicholas doesn't speak great English, so his daughter's been teaching him recently.
Yeah.
And they've been showing these videos, and I mean, the girl's a rock star for sure. She's great, but I think why we wanted to highlight the dad here is just because like he's the willingness to want to be better for his daughter and not be so much of a burden on her and her family and be vulnerable at the same time. And their videos are so heartwarming, and she's whenever they're doing their lessons, he's it's so cute. He's like, "Thank you, teacher." And it was just a really cool thing that we saw. And I think like I said, this kind of hit home for me. My wife, she's a teacher in kind of a more of a transitional neighborhood. She has a lot of kids whose parents don't speak English, and the kids are the translators. So it can be kind of a burden. So just showing the willingness, wanting to be better for his daughter, and being excited to do it. And I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
good
find there, Doug. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
I thought it was good too. And I think you said the magic word vulnerability. That's the hardest thing, but little girls do that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was awesome.
ties
So,
in good with the girl dad episode.
the girl dad episode,
Very
right?
good.
Huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
So salute to Nicholas.
Nicholas. Super dad of the
Here's to you.
week.
Yeah, buddy.
Woo!
How do you say Super Dad of the Week in Spanish?
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to look that up. We need to get better, right?
I can eke by, but I'm not I'm not fluent by any stretch.
Well, watching that kind of inspired me a little bit because some of my my rehab crews, they are Hispanic, and there's always a language barrier. And there's like one guy, the foreman on our crew, who speaks fluent, but if he's not there, like it's very hard. So
Yeah.
I've been saying for like a year, I need to dive in and learn Spanish more. I flunked Spanish in high school, so
In Missouri, though, like there's not a lot of room to use it. It's not like we're down south or wherever, like in Florida,
Yeah.
where it's off. You come across it all. Like you'll go down to Florida and like you'll hear Spanish more than
Yeah.
you'll hear English. Here, it's just not like that, and that's why it's hard to stick with it.
Yeah,
It really
I agree.
is.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
so good find
love
on
it.
that one, Doug.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Good job, Nicholas. Keep it up, man.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
it up, man. So, I think one of the biggest things is we talk about being the girl dad, and that's a perfect segue into it. We all have different things that go into being that girl dad. I mean, for me, the one thing I absolutely love is Edelyn, my daughter, keeping me on point and sharp at all points. But just being able to, like I said, put down my guard for a little bit and understand that she looks up to me in a different way than say Gus, my son, would. And I just think it's the coolest thing every time. Like I came in tonight, busy day, stressed. And you said something in Aston from the last episode. You may be stressed and tired, but just change that attitude when you walk in. And, everyone was in a good mood. My daughter just glanced up at me and she said, "Daddy, I just love you so much." And I was just like, oh my God, I melted right there in a heartbeat. And, of course, then my son gets up on the chair and jumps in my arms. So it's two different modes of love. But I just grabbed her and gave her the biggest hug and just told her how much I loved her and just asked her how her day was and kind of had a little bit more of like a one-on-one just conversation with her. And that's what she does to me. It's just, it's bringing out the emotions that I hide sometimes. And that's the best way to put it in that case. So yeah.
Yeah.
But what about you guys? What's
Oh man.
what's kind of the thing about being a girl dad that you just love? Like,
I might be stealing this from somebody. I probably heard it somewhere else, but I know I've felt this and said this before, but like it opens up a part of your heart that like you might not known you even had. And it does really change you. And I think with my daughter, like she's just such a bright light in her life. She's such a joy. She's always happy. Yes, she has her diva moments for sure. But this summer she wanted to do a lemonade stand with me. It was her idea. She's just like out of nowhere wanted to do it. She probably saw it on Bluey or something, but
right.
uh it was just like our thing. And like I'd been kind of struggling to connect with her and find activities to do with her because my son's so busy with sports and everything right now. But we planned it. We went and got all the supplies, made the sign and set it all up, and we're just like waiting for people, and I'm like, you haven't she's like, "Dad, this is the best day ever."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Really? I mean, right now, this like better than Disneyland, And
Yeah.
she's like, I'll just never forget this. She just looked at me. She's like, "I always have fun, Dad."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. You do. Like, it doesn't matter what we're up to. Like,
don't care.
she just wants to be a part of. She just wants my time. She
Yeah.
just wants to be part of whatever I'm doing. So,
Mm.
yeah, she just brings so much joy to her life, man.
That's incredible when they say that. Oh my God. Especially that part where it just catches you off guard. Like today walking in. Same thing. That part is so cool.
Yeah, that whole vulnerability and being able to be emotional and connect with somebody, a female, right? In that way, like I'm listening, right, and reflecting back, and as guys growing up, we were chasing our wives and wanting to get the attention, and when it's just unsolicited and you get that, it's like a deeper love that I don't know. It's hard to explain because I agree. Like I'll get those moments with Charlotte where it's you walk in the door and she's the first one to look at you and come running to you and give you that big hug, and then the boys will follow because I almost feel she did it first, and it's just those things. And I've really watched Charlotte over the last year kind of come into her own, and she's starting to do things more independently. Like growing up with a twin, and Lincoln's a strong emotional person, right? So I think there was a little bit of following, but I'm seeing Charlotte grow in her own way, and she's wanting to do things that you would coin as more girly, and taking the time to do some of that with her and connect with her in a different way, especially as guys. You talked about the last episode in sports. It's very easy for guys to go play sports and throw a football around and do those kinds of things, but when you sit down and have a tea party, or you play with the babies and put the babies to sleep, it's just a different kind of experience and a way to connect with somebody. And I think you both hit on it. It's like those little moments that matter so much to them, and they have such a good time doing it with you. And it's really hard to explain until you like experience it. And even experiencing it, like I still can't articulate it the way that I wish I could, but it's just a feeling it's phenomenal to have. And I think sometimes I overlook it, to be honest. You've got, for me, I've got 3 kids, you're running around, it's crazy. And just sitting here and us even talking about this now, it's kind of like, whoa, stop and pause and think about some of those moments and the impact that it's having, not only on her, but myself. And it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are like right in the middle of it. Like with your kids being a little younger, my daughter's 11. So like it's not like over with her by any stretch, but I'm in that transitional period where time with me means less and less every day. Like she's got her own life develop. I'm a friggin' tear up just talking about
Oh
it.
my
Like
God, man.
just like she's got her own friend group. She's got cheerleading. She's into all these different things. So it's turned into me seeking her out now to like, instead of her coming to me, and it sucks. Let me tell you, it's like not a fun feeling at all. But that's the way it's supposed to be. Like she's supposed to, as she gets older and matures, develop her own life and her own things to get into and all that. So it's rewarding to see that and see her be successful with friends at school and in sports and activities and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like I'm kind of just sitting back there like, oh, I'll hang out, like, you know, like
Yeah, I know, right?
So it's different. It's different with like I won't feel like that with my son. I don't think quite as much because boys and dads will always have something, you know what I'm saying? Like whether it's sports, whatever it is, you know, like with the girls, it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's harder. I've really had to change what I was into and stuff like that. The sports was a huge part of my life. It's not a huge part of Avery's life. She tried them all. She didn't really like them all. So I've had to explore other things with her, you know, like you said, playing with the Barbie dolls and doing those different things, makeup, dress up, all those things. And I've gotten into baking because she loves to cook and she loves to bake. And that's all just things that I'd never really done before that, I had to discover and find out just to be able to spend a little bit more time with her. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost have to be like a little more intentional.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
like sitting here talking and reflecting, like it's very natural to gravitate towards the things, sports, all
Yeah.
wrestling, you know, we
Things that
talked about
interest
those
you.
things.
Yeah.
But to get outside of that, which I think is how we've, you know, that's just how we were raised. We're boys. That's what we know we're
Mhm.
comfortable with.
Yeah.
And having a daughter forces you to like embrace the uncomfortable and do something different. And it's a good learning experience for both of you, but it forces you to find those, again, situations or do new things
Mhm.
that help you grow together.
Yeah.
I think that's been my biggest surprise so far. Is I thought that was going to be a lot harder to connect and bond, but like maybe she's just very, you know, agreeable and easygoing, but like if me and Brody are playing a game, like she wants to do that. Like she'll play any game her brother wants to, and so she can kind of weave in and out of being the sporty girl, and then she'll go back to playing dolls, you know, or whatever. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, yeah, Charlotte's the same, and I think sometimes that's kind of the twin thing, right? They've done so many things together instead of separately. So she does something very similar. But I almost now, as we're talking, you know, does Harlow, does she do those things because they want to spend time with us, and now we need to be, you know, is that her way of? Yeah, I'm like, whew, I'm putting a lot of pieces into play here,
There
and I'm
you
like, what do
go.
I need to do differently when I go home?
well,
But
like I mean, as much as Brody likes to play sports with me, like he's never gotten into like watching. But if I put the ball game on and like Harlow will come sit with me, like, who do we want to win, Dad? And she'll start cheering it on. And I had one of the first hockey games on the other week, and she's like, when are we going to the Blues game, Dad?
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. Like she gets excited for that stuff.
awesome.
Heck yeah,
That's,
dude.
that's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
That's awesome.
embrace it all is all I can say, because
Yeah.
all of a sudden it starts to change and I'm not even there yet and it already sucks. So
I
eat it all up because it's
Yeah.
over so fast.
well and
So
and
fast.
I had a moment where we were at a movie thing at school and Kelly wasn't there, so I felt kind of alone a little bit. And it was strange. I knew some of the parents and was talking to like our neighbors and a few other people, but Gus kept on coming back to me. He was coming back like a typical 5-year-old boy, like, hey, I need this or fill up my water and everything. But I didn't see Adeline for like an hour. And you know, I went on the playground and she's out with like 5 of her friends and they're playing tag. And I just remember her saying, Daddy, not now. It's like, oh my God. I felt this wave of like the same thing that you were just talking about, of like, I'm not needed. I'm not wanted.
Yeah.
And I let her play and she was playing with a couple boys and a few of the girls and they were like chasing each other. And I mean, stuff that we would have done in elementary school, you know, but that was the moment I was like, that was the first time that that's ever happened to me. And it caught me off guard. so much. And yeah, that's tricky. That's tricky when you're dealing with those emotions. Of course, I have hundreds of kids and people around me, and I'm like, okay, and here comes Gus tugging on my shirt, like, hey, I'm gonna go play over here. Cool, like that's fine. He'll come back in 5 minutes. But yeah, that caught me off guard. But you said something right there, like intentional, and that I think is one of the biggest things, because like in the morning when I wake up the kids, I have to be so intentional with how I approach Adeline versus Gus. Gus, I could pick up and throw across the room. Adeline, I feel like, like with any woman in some cases, like I have to be intentional with how I wake, like systematic. Like I have to turn the light very low, and it's different. Some of the conversations, like when they're in Sass mode, or they're stepping on eggshells, like you're probably a lot like that right now. Today, yeah, exactly. You have to be so intentional. Versus a boy, it's like, dude, come on, stop. Or you could throw him across the room. That's how I get Gus out of his little tantrum. I'll tickle him or throw him across the room, and 9 times out of 10 he's out of it. But Adeline, if I did that, I think she would scream at me, run and slam her door, and then yeah. So you said that, and I was just like, boom. That's such a good word. Vulnerability, intentional. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
I think it's important to, you're always going to treat your daughter versus your son differently. I think, at least for me, like, I still think you do have to be like, show some physicality with your daughter, as far like we talked about the last episode, like rough and tumble play and wrestling around. Like, do that with her too. Like, pick her up and throw her around and have the tickle fights. Like, I think that's very important for their development. And I don't know if it's just a way of connecting or just making them feel like, hey, like you're your brother and sister, but I'm not going to treat you like 2 totally different kids, So
yeah, that's true.
As we're talking about that, and we talked about TV shows and Bluey. I remember there's a Bluey episode where Bingo, they're roughhousing or whatever, and the dad has to there's a signal for Bingo when he's getting too rough, and she yelps.
Yeah.
And so all of this is just kind of going through my head as I'm thinking about it. But I do the same things. Like Charlotte's right in there with roughhousing too, but there is a part of me that's just a little bit gentler with her because it's just human nature, I think.
Right,
but
right. No, I agree. I like that. I like that episode. So kind of talking about a lot of these things, like as I was preparing this show, I did a lot of research into, what are the 3 things I wish I knew about being a girl dad? And especially going into it. I think there's a lot of guys out there that are listening that, just had their gender reveal party and it's a girl. And it's like, yeah, I think, we talked about earlier, like you may be bummed. You may want a boy, but what I'm here to tell you is that girl is the best thing that will ever happen to you, period. And really the 3 things to kind of summarize up what I feel. You're going to be her first love. She's going to love you differently than your wife, period. And she is going to look up to you. You're going to be the first man that she loves. And one of the songs I remember when Adam was young, I turn on the TV randomly and I'd never watch any music word shows or anything, but it was Camila Cabello, and she had sung the song First Love, or First Man, I think it is. And I started crying, and I'm holding Adeline. Kelly's at work. I'm like, oh my God, like this is incredible. And Adeline was a little baby at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, at that point, I never had that type of emotional reaction to it, but I still to this day will just wow. 'Cause it's about, you'll talk about that, like the first love that she has away from us, which is the scariest thing for any dad out there.
Yeah.
So, the first love, the little moments matter most, versus boys. I mean, that couldn't be more truthful at the end of the day. I mean, those little moments go so far. The lemonade stand, the coloring, I even had my nails painted a couple months ago, and it was well worth every look I got in the grocery store. It's just they love that more and more. And really, the third and final thing, you're going to be her hero. Kind of going back to the first love, they're going to look up to you in a different way. You're going to be their protector. You're going to be their everything, and you don't know it yet, but that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And how crazy is that?
Yeah, I think about that a lot. I think we've touched on this in the past, but and this goes for really raising all your kids, but I always try to keep in mind of, especially with my daughter, of showing the love that love should be, right, in the house. Like painting that picture so that she understands hopefully what she should aspire for and want to have in her life, because I feel like if that is lacking, then things can get out of hand and they don't quite know what true love looks like. And so that's something that I try to be intentional about. And, it's not having makeout sessions, with Megan, which we love to do, babe, like, not, in front of the kids is never going to happen. But, like saying goodbye to everybody, giving everybody a kiss, making sure Megan gets a kiss, like just showing some of those things, coming home from work each day, like doing that and just trying to show some of those things. Cause I think that does. And I may be totally wrong, but I do think, as your daughter's looking up to you as a hero, they're looking at those pieces too of what love looks like in a household, because they're going to be searching for that one day too. And we've all heard it, sometimes it's guys marry their mother and, daughters marry their dads, right? Like you hear that in society from time to time, and who you end up with and how that kind of mimics into your life. And so I want to make sure that we're setting the right example of what that looks like in our house so that she can aspire for that and hopefully something even better. But
love that. You got to show them what love looks like. I mean, yes, how you treat your wife and how you treat them, how you talk to them, making them feel beautiful inside and out. I think a lot of dads will be just like, oh, you're my little princess and I'm going to give you everything. And we all want to do that. But also you should make sure to compliment them on the way, like if they did something kind, make sure they know they did that. If they did something that was really smart, like make sure they feel beautiful inside and out. So the last week or week or two ago, Harlow came home with head lice. It's the second time we'd gone through this, but so her hair, Jen was having a hard time trying to comb her hair and get everything out of there, and so she decided to snip her hair off. And I was gone, and I came home, and she's like, "You're gonna kill me." She's like almost in tears. Like, I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I cut Harlow's hair off." I'm like, "What?" So I go and look. I'm like, "What? Okay, it's fine. It's hair. It'll grow back." And I think she felt like I was gonna flip out because how could you cut off her beautiful hair? I'm like, it's fine. It's gonna grow back. Like
we needed to do what we had to do. Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah.
It's just hair, but yeah, no good stuff.
No, yeah.
I think for me the thing you hear people say that, like, the sass and the attitude that girls have sometimes, like I wasn't prepared for how much I wasn't ready to deal with it. Like, okay, I'm a police officer. I have people talk to me like crap all the time, like, and my tolerance is pretty low. But like, I was shocked at how much I freeze up, like when my daughter like snaps at me or something. And like, normally I'd be like immediate reaction at work or whatever, I'd be all over it. But she did it today. Like I was preparing rice and I had rinsed it off and I had it sitting in the sink draining off. And she went over to wash her hands and I was like, oh, wait, the rice is in there. Don't do that. I'm not washing my hands. I'm like, I had no idea how to respond. It just shocked me.
And you grew up with three sisters.
I did. Yeah. So it's like, it's been surprising to like my lack of ability to respond sometimes. And I don't want to yell. I don't want to scream. I don't want to treat her badly for all those reasons we just talked about. Like, you want to set a good example. It's really difficult sometimes to combat that, like when they're being nasty, because if anybody else has got 11, 12, 13-year-old daughter out, they can get nasty, like nasty. That's bad sometimes. So And like my wife has no problem dealing with it as a female, like, but like, what do you suppose? Like if my son did that to me, I'd probably have him by the collar and be like, hey, dude, you will not speak to me like that ever again. You can't do that with your daughter. You have to navigate your way around that a little bit differently. So
what do you handle it with care as far as like just approaching it like, hey.
Yeah, I really like today, like I just sat and looked at her and like processed it in my head, like, okay, how am I going to respond to this? And it was probably like a good 10 or 15 seconds. And by that point, she realized that her response was not what it should have been. And I just looked, I'm like, let's try that again. Okay. And then she did. She brought it down. She was upset about something else that was going on, which again, at that age, they have so many things going on. You have no idea. You can't keep it all straight. It's impossible. So she was upset that she couldn't find something or whatever. And then I was just the target because I didn't want soap in the rice. So that's exactly what it was. It was just like, whoa. So
well, maybe that's it right there. You just need to let them figure out for themselves.
Yeah,
they are out of line.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Like, hey, try that again. Like, let's redo that.
Yeah.
Try that again. So that
I like that response.
Yeah, because my response sometimes is poor. I can respond again due to my job. Sometimes I respond poorly quickly. So I have to really take a step back and think about it and be like, okay, do that over. Like, let's try that a different way. And she did. And it all worked out without everybody getting all flared up. It was funny though, because my wife was standing behind us. She had the same look on her face like I did. Like,
oh shit,
like,
here it comes.
How's he going to react? So, and this time I think I did okay. So.
I did that to my daughter this morning. She's like, give me some more milk.
Ooh.
Like, want to try that again?
Yeah.
Please, can I have some more milk? Okay.
Yeah, it's a great strategy. I mean, we do that with all the kids too. I think it's 6. Like the sassiness starts coming. My son too, and we are always saying like the same thing. Like, how do we rephrase that? Let's try again. Yeah. How would you? What's the right way to ask for that? Because in the past, I probably would completely blow up and be like, "Get your own damn milk."
Yeah.
But give them a chance because you're teaching them, how to process those types of things. And hopefully that helps us.
Yeah.
Especially when we get to 12 and 13 years old.
Be prepared for it because because our wives we all got sweet wives. They don't talk to us like that. Like it's really a new experience to have somebody that you love talk to you like that and just not lose your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's weird, man. Yeah.
I think in a lot of the cases too, I was listening to some Matthew McConaughey interview and he was talking about the challenges of teenagers that then kind of cross the lines into girls as you're dealing with them. And one of the biggest things, like I can tell if Adeline's frustrated and I tell when she's overwhelmed, and that's a hot button right there if you're going to press it. And I just I'm like, hey, you seem frustrated. What's going on? And even if she cracks back at me and whips, I'm like, okay, well, I don't understand what that is. Tell me about it. And opening that up, she opened up like that. And as she talked about it, you can see she had a busy day with a lot of things and she was overstimulated. She learned a lot and she was lashing out at me and Gus because Kelly wasn't home at that point. I said, okay, well, yeah, I would be in the same boat and frustrated. And then she looked at me, she goes, I'm sorry. And I love you. And I'm like, well, you don't have to apologize. I just told her, I'm like, I just wanted to get an understanding of what that felt like. So I feel like that's a good advice, not to judge in a lot of cases, but just understand their point of view from that aspect.
It's usually
just
not,
asking.
usually not you as a dad. It's something else.
It's something else, like you were just talking about,
because they feel safe with you and they love you.
Yeah.
So that comes out.
And even if they lash out because of that, like asking them, be like, well, it's been so long since I've been through that. What does that feel like? Like, what is that? And sometimes you want to open up Pandora's box. Sometimes you just want to leave it be. But I felt like that was a good thing. Normally she wouldn't talk about her day. I heard her talk about her day once completely. When you ask like, hey, how was your day? And they're like, I don't know what the hell I did. It was like the day where it's like, she's like, well, it started out on the bus, like so-and-so was annoying me. So that frustrated me. And then I got to class and I immediately got handed a piece of paper that I had to figure. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Like, this was great. Like, great for me. And then you could tell when she got to the end, she felt better. And so good fun fact to take away there.
So I was going to switch and kind of ask you guys something about girl dads, because I think this is the new thing. And it's something that I don't remember my sister growing up with, but having and talking about moments that matter. And this is, I think, a big moment is that the whole now the daddy daughter dances that happen like right away.
Don't get me started.
You do them all the time. I haven't done one yet.
We had our first one this past winter. So I think it was like February. And it was one of the greatest nights that I think I've ever had. And it now thinking about this, I'm like, I should be doing more of these things intentionally, but knowing that we have like those moments that the school helps put together was amazing. And so we did our first dance. She was in kindergarten, and we did the whole, got all dressed up and took her to this dance. The school was all decorated. We took our pictures and just had a wonderful time. She introduced me to her friends, and she was just so excited to be there. And then of course the music plays and she wants to dance, and so we have all of our dances and just an absolute blast. And I'm going over this very quickly because what I found out is at the end of the night I could tell something was off, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I think I want to go home." And we were in the middle of the dance, and I was like, "Are you sure? Like, we're having a good time, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, but I'm ready to go home." So we get home, and sure enough, as we walk in the door, she's like as sick as could be. Like all of a sudden had a fever, like really bad. And I was like, "Charlotte, have you felt this way, the whole time?" And she was like, "Yeah, but I just really wanted to go to the dance with you."
God.
And I was like, oh, like if that meant so much to her to be there and like to have just this wonderful time. Like she put on a face so that we could go and be part of that, and she could spend time with me. And then to find that out, it was just like, oh my gosh, like she wanted that so bad. And it was an amazing experience. So I'm just getting at it. I mean, Deutman, you're like, I guess those are done. So
yeah,
tough,
I don't even want to get into them because
it's an amazing like experience and thing that you get to do. At least in my opinion, I've only done one, and I had a wonderful time to just get that quality one-on-one, to have dinner with her one-on-one, to just talk and connect in a way that you don't get to when there's 3 kids in the house and everything's super crazy. So I put that out there as if those things are happening, at your school or whatever, they may mean a lot more than what you think. And my daughter was in kindergarten, and she wanted to do that bad to where she was sick and didn't tell us, and we got to go do it. So just make sure if those things are going on, like find ways to be there to do those things, because not only it doesn't mean a lot for your daughter, it means a lot to you too. Like it's one of the best memories I've had with her in doing something one-on-one outside of the family and getting to spend that time together. So
it's sometimes you think they're just in their own world, and you don't know that they're building these things up in their head, and that those things mean so much to them,
Yeah, so perfect. Yeah, I think you're right. That is going on, and it was phenomenal.
Are you not want to talk about it because you're in the opposite spectrum? Like that's over?
I mean, yeah, I'll talk about it, but yeah, exactly. Like she had her 5th grade one this year, I guess, this past February, and the last one for school. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't go do things like that, but like sometimes when I'm feeling sentimental, I sound ridiculous, but like I'll go back and I'll look at the pictures from the daddy-daughter dance of kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd, 3rd, all the way through 5th, and you can just see the change each year to year. She still had her baby teeth, all of us, she doesn't have her baby teeth anymore now. Like, oh my gosh, look at it. She's so much taller. She's up to my shoulders now, just the change. And this one this year was tough for both of us because she knew too. I mean, she was 11 years old or 10, whatever she was at the time. And she knew it was the last one, and she really loved him the same way. And I just remember us like doing that last dance, like, cause it's always like a slow dance, the last one, and we were both just like crying because we both knew it was like this part of our journey, like this particular part is over. So, that doesn't mean, life's over or, our time together is over, but that
chapter is
it's
over.
Great. And it sucks. Like that's what's so great about kids. It's like you'll have the best experiences of your life and also like the most heart-wrenching, horrible things ever in the same breath. It's like, God, just kills you sometimes. I'm not looking forward to the whole empty nest thing. If this is how it feels because the daddy-daughter dances are over, holy cow! I'm gonna be a wreck when she leaves from college.
I'm not ready for that by any means. Like that, and I mean, heck, we were talking right before. Like just the fact that when she finds a boy,
Whew.
I mean,
Not looking
hold
forward to that.
on. And I'm gonna.
No, call me out, man. Go for it.
You
No.
might swing at me.
No, go for it. Call me out.
What age did you and Heather meet?
Oh, we were in
12.
what was junior high? Was it
Seventh grade.
we were in 7th grade. So yeah,
so
you're 12.
you were 12.
We're 12 years old.
She's
Yeah.
only a year out.
Dude, I know. I know.
Oh,
I get it. Like, and I'm prepared as I can be for it, because again, I know it's that step of life. Like, okay, this is the part where she starts getting interested in boys, and that's I get all of that, and like I'm happy and I want her to experience that, but at the same time, it's like I'm still dad. I got to protect her, from these. Let's be real, these horny 13-year-old boys that it's all that it is. So it's like you're trying to guard your sweet little girl against this, because what's on the other side, and it's not. Moms don't understand that. They didn't go through being a 13, 14-year-old boy and what it's like. Let me tell you something, moms. You got one thing on your mind, and that's about it for several years. So,
yep. Well, invite us over for the first date. We will make sure. I'm sure Asti will do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you better
guaranteed.
Not. You better not touch her.
Oh, yes.
My
9:30 on the dot.
I have a 19-year-old niece, and when I met Jen, she was 3. So before I had a kid, I mean, it was my first intro to being a father and giving fatherly advice. And she graduated high school this past year, and I wrote a letter to her and basically told her how she made me want to become a dad. And I'm gonna cry. I wrote some advice, just knowing her, and one of the things I said was, don't chase boys, let them come to you. You have a long life. You're gonna wait for the right person. And I remember when I became a teenager, I wanted to grow up so fast.
Oh yeah.
And looking back, I skipped out on so many family things and turned away from my family. And I wish I could go back and just, all the things I was worried about back then, all the friends I wanted to hang out with that come and go.
Yeah.
Family's going to be here forever. I heard this business quote several times, and I feel like it applies to family life too. It's build up your team so that they can go out on their own, but make them feel like they don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like that with my daughter, especially. Like, I want to pour into you. I want you to know, like, I'm always going to be your safe space. And I want to prepare you for the world, but I want you to feel like you can always come back.
Yeah.
You're always, this is your home. So,
Mm-hmm. No, that's exactly right.
That's beautiful, man.
That is.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Oh, all right. On a lighter note,
yeah.
What songs do you guys sing because of your daughter? I know, Deutman, you're in a little bit different age, but
Yeah.
I couldn't claim to know all the lyrics, but I know every Taylor Swift tune in my head, man.
Well, Tay-Tay.
yeah.
Dude.
We've been touching on it kind of along the way, but we are full into the K-pop Demon Hunters, Golden, The Takedown.
Halloween
Deutman's
costume.
favorite.
Yeah, I mean, we do it. They are good. I don't know every word, but my goodness, I'm getting it. And sometimes I'm getting the looks from Charlotte of like, why the hell are you dancing like that? And I'm like, whoa, you're already judging me for dance moves, but we're getting down to this, aren't we? Like, so yeah, that's it. K-pop Demon Hunters.
I've got a bone to pick with Taylor Swift, though. I mean, like, she's grown up lady now.
Yeah.
And her lyrics are a little more racy,
risque.
It's to the point like, I don't think our kids should be listening to this anymore, but that's her heroes.
We were so excited we did a road trip from DC back, and we left DC on Friday when it came out, and we were listening to it. I was like, wow, okay. F this and this and F
Level
F, and I was like, whoa. And there's no clean version out at that point. I was like, all right, well, next, and then obviously you got the Wood song, which luckily that is a very
I gotta hear this one. You guys were talking
Yeah.
about this before we started. I have no idea what that is, so I'll listen on the way home.
It's
called Redwood or just Wood.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on
Okay.
wood. But I mean,
I'll
the songs
I'll
are
probably
good.
It's
hate
not
it.
that hard to
Yeah,
figure.
you will.
The Life of the Showgirl is Adeline's like favorite song right now. She loves it because it's now you want to talk about full circle. It's Travis Kelce's favorite song of Taylor Swift's on her new album, and Adeline has now become a football watcher with me, which I'm like, yes, because she loves the Chiefs and because Travis Kelce plays for it, and she likes whatever Taylor Swift roots for. So good job, Taylor, if you're out there. Travis, keep on winning. All right, make our household proud. But yeah, I mean, we're full steam in the Taylor Swift. The Chaperone, Hot to Go is our anthem right now. I actually H-O-T-T-O-G-O. Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, boys.
Yeah, you're right. We've done that.
Daddy-daughter dance, dude. That's where I learned how to do it. So
Charlotte has done that, but that one hasn't been on repeat.
Yeah.
We've done the whole
Wait for it.
Apatapate or whatever, if that was a big one.
Yep.
But
Yep.
we still are controlling the music a little bit. We're not giving all into some of these,
Dude.
but
Dude, I love it's like my favorite thing when we're playing the song she wants to hear, and I turn around, she's just belting it out at the top of her lungs. But so she says she wants to be a singer when she grows up. But I'll turn around and look at her. She's like, "Don't look at me. You got to get over the stage."
Get used to that.
Yeah.
Dude,
oh, that's great.
no, my daughter will put in the headphones and just belt out singing.
Yeah.
She doesn't care who's around or what's going on, and that's been fun.
Love it.
I think for all the new dads out there, we're talking songs and everything. Don't be afraid. Look, like I think the coolest thing about having a daughter is like it brings out your silly, your goofy side, and just you let your guard down. Like you can't be afraid to connect with them, especially at a young age, whether it's singing their songs or playing dress up or dancing along with them. You have to connect with them at a young age, like before they're 3. If you're gonna tell yourself like, "Oh, I'm too manly to do all that stuff, and I'm gonna wait till later on," like, dude, you're gonna miss out. Like, if you don't imprint on them at a very young age, like, you're gonna miss out. And yeah, man, don't pretend you're too cool or you're too big of a man to do the girl stuff with her.
I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
Agreed.
With that, that's a good probably ending segment for. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What's one? Because that's an incredible tip for new dads out there. What would you guys say to new dads out there?
Be their knight in shining armor. My uncle gave me a book that was like, I think it was titled that or something like that. And it was just like, you need to be, and we had kind of already touched on this a little bit, like you need to be the example for everything. So how you treat your wife, your work ethic, what you do around the house, all of those things, like they see you and they observe you and they're going to exactly mimic that. And if you think that they're going to go out and find somebody that's completely different than you, I mean, there's a chance that could happen, but more than likely they're going to go out and try to find a man that is just like you. So you are essentially behaving the way that your future son-in-law or whatever is how they're going to be. So take that into consideration. It's difficult sometimes, but being their knight in shining armor, it's just they're, especially at a young age, you are everything to them. So be that everything. That's
I love that.
Yeah, we're incredibly rewarding too, especially when you're doing it right. My wife and I have an awesome relationship, and like I'm not afraid to show affection and all of that stuff. And my daughter sees it. I know I do it purposely, so she sees it and she sees exactly how I treat my wife. It's like, subtly, this is how a man is supposed to treat you. This is, I worship my wife. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. Find this, and my wife realizes it too. And she'll actually say that to Avery. She's like, Avery, find you a man that does X, whatever I'm doing at that particular time.
Good tip.
Yeah,
Good tip.
That is good. No, I think you both hit on it, and I've kind of talked about it as well. I think it's both of those things. I talked about, showing love in the household and making sure you're mimicking that. So I agree with you 100% there. I think, those things are being imprinted on them, and you need to make sure you're demonstrating what you feel love is and truly the relationship that you have with your significant other. Like I said, I strive for that all the time with Megan as well. I love her to death. And you've got to show those things and be intentional about it. And That's why I do a lot of the things that I do there. And then Johnson, I agree with you. Let your guard down. Be silly. It's okay to play, tea party or put on a Snow White dress and sit down and be princesses. Like, they're not judging you for that. They want to be there to have fun and have those experiences with you. And it's okay to do those things. Like, and those are probably things that she'll always remember. Like you said, Dougie, painting your fingernails. She's asked me to do that, and I've yet to let her do it, but I probably need to allow that to happen at some point. So be goofy, be silly, get outside of your comfort zone. Like I said, embrace that uncomfortable, because that's what's going to make a difference with your daughter.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That was awesome. And I echo that 100%. I think just if you're a guy out there and you're becoming a dad, congrats. And if it's a girl dad, embrace it. Be vulnerable, be open, be the knight in shining armor. I think those are all incredible things, and just have fun with it, right? Just have fun, because you are up for an amazing ride that we can't even tell you about. And if you're having doubts of like, oh my God, I'm so scared, or these things happen, that's natural. But I'm telling you, you're going to have a blast, and it's going to be so much fun, and you're going to connect on a deeper level than, our wives. We have that connection, but you're going to connect on a deeper level with, more than anyone that you've ever connected with. So enjoy.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's the show. So hopefully you had fun. Obviously, if you're watching us on Spotify or YouTube, listening to us on Apple Podcasts, give us a subscribe, comment on, what a girl dad means for you, being a girl dad means to you, and, just really anything throughout. We love hearing the comments. We love seeing that stuff. So subscribe there, and then go over to our social media. We have a bunch of good shorts that we have putting out on a weekly, try and daily basis for some of these things. So yeah, comment, like, and share on that front.
Absolutely.
But awesome.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. See y'all.
Take care.
Bye.